Good morning, world. I hope all of you are doing mighty fine today. I just want to show you a quick little workflow that I've been using this past week that has been tremendously valuable. Basically, what I've done is I really love my daily reflections. Like every morning, I do a startup reflection routine, I do a shutdown reflection routine, but sometimes it gets a little still, it gets a little repetitive. It's just me talking to myself. So I basically created a chat inside of Claude, which I've asked to be my personal reflection assistant. And basically, the first prompt that I gave it, all the way back here, is I basically gave it some system instructions. And I told it, okay, here's what I'm doing. I want you to be specifically for my business, my daily reflection coach. I am currently trying to land clients. That's my number one priority, as I only have a few months of financial runway as I'm trying to get this business off the ground. And I just gave it a whole bunch of context. This is like basically how I want you to show up when I reflect on things. I want you to be straightforward. I want you to keep me focused on the thing that I'm trying to do. I have like a little bit of ADHD tendencies, right? I always have a billion different ideas popping up, and then I want to chase all these different ideas. So I gave it all of this context about who I am, and then I asked it to be my reflection bot. Um, I also told it I am going to be using you over time, right? I'm going to do daily startup reflections, I'm going to do daily shutdown reflections, and I'm going to do weekly reflections. So every time I enter this chat, be aware that for me, on my side as a human being, time has passed, right? Because the chat, it's just continuous. On my side, time has passed. Okay, so now I'm just doing my daily startup routine, right? So it's morning NARF, I call it NARF, daily startup, April 17th. Feeling good energy today. A little hectic, but also think it's going to be a productive day. Planning for today. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a few curveballs. Normally, I would already get like a bit, I understand a bit better what it wants me to do, which is good because it actually wants me to do the right things. But I'm going to say, okay, first thing I'm going to do is polish up my landing page and make sure it is 100% good to go for doing outreach. Then afterwards, I'm actually going to write the message that I want to send out to potential prospects. Afterwards, I'm going to have a call with brother. And then in the afternoon, I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to take the list of LinkedIn prospects that I have, and I will reach out to 3 of them, right? Okay, so this is the plan for the day. I'm just going to pop it in there. And now the magic happens, because yesterday evening I did a shutdown reflection, but also over the past week I have been sharing my reflections every single day. So now the AI is actually going to help me think through this plan that I made. And because I asked it to really be ruthless and to keep me focused on the goal, it is actually going to tell me right over here, right? There's some concerning prioritizations. Polishing landing page until 100% good to go is classic perfectionism, right? I tend to be, I want to be perfectionist. I want to make everything perfect before I reach out. And it's already told me in the past multiple times, like if it's 80% good enough, then just focus on sending it out because you need to get quantity of people, not just quality. Here it's saying only 3 prospects is significantly below what's needed for my revenue goals. And the sequence puts the preparation before the execution, right? Because it's been telling me all this time, we first do outreach because that's the most important activity that I can do right now. So it's telling me actually where I am messing up. And then it also always gives me this little extra context to remind me of why this is important. Because I've told it I have 2 to 3 months of financial runway, and then I really need to have my first client. So it's keeping me ruthlessly focused on the thing that is important. And this is where really the big value add is for me, because I'm someone who's really all over the place with all my, the things that I want to do, the ideas that I have, the things that I'm pursuing. So I really love this. So afterward, it asked me some follow-up questions. What do I expect from this landing page polishing? Well, actually not that much, because I think the landing page is already really good. And why have I reduced it to 3? Actually, there is no good reasons for that. So let me tweak the plan slightly. I will follow up with contacts who haven't responded. Then I'll reach out to 10 to 15 LinkedIn leads call with Miguel, call with brother. And then lastly, I'm going to say, if time permits, I'll polish the last bit of the landing page. Should be max 30 minutes. Boom. Okay, so now I've tweaked my plan a little bit, and it's going to analyze it. It's going to tell me, okay, this is actually a much better plan. We got strong revenue focus. We've improved the sequencing. And then at the end of the day, of course, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to reflect back on the day, tell it what I did, tell it where I went wrong. And yeah, I've been using this for a week. It's been an absolute game changer. So I just want to share this with you real quick. Hope it helps. Of course, you can also do this for all sorts of different purposes. But yeah, just felt that this is a really strong use case for using the AI. All right, hope you have a wonderful day and talk to you later.